Good morning, well, it's time in America. Hope you guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. Well, yeah, I'm eating hamburgers. I thought this from yesterday, right? The ones that I made, they're amazing. So you're not gonna tell that broccoli? No. Let me move to our BJ. Yeah. My coffee's cold. Let me see, guys. sorry for long wait. Well, upstairs to get my coffee. Yeah. I man, one shot at pro hockey because guys, man, that's not my dream. Like, yeah, it's cool being a pro hockey player, but I'm not gonna pass that up over being a movie star. Being a movie star is much cooler than being a pro hockey athlete. And it's risky. What if I'm not good? You guys see what I'm saying? What if I'm not good? Oh, I have to use the bathroom, guys. Sorry for a long wait. Alright, guys, sorry for a moment. You guys have to wait like 10 minutes with no dialogue, right? Sorry about that. I have to go, man. I have to take a dump. Yeah. So, Ivan, you are talented at pro league. Yes, I am. Well, I'm not going to choose that over being a movie star with VJ, man. Well, VJ would support me if I want to set up a Rocket League. You can tell me, and I'll just do my music. And you can start your pro hockey league. But it's risky. What if I'm not good, guys? Guys, I'm sorry. What if I'm not good? Yeah. That's why I'm not taking that risk. Which for movies, I don't have to worry. Like, I can steer the ship with as a lead as a movie star. Acting is a lot easier than playing pro sports. I just need an acting coach. I can hold my craft. Like, acting, yeah, Ivan can steer the ship for a movie. Even if his acting is not as good as the other guys, he's still putting out a show, yeah. We'll see. Got some sour. Yeah. That's why VJ cries, obviously. She wants me movies out of me and be featured in movies. She's crazy, VJ. No, Ivan has no peace in life. Yeah, Ivan has no peace in his life. I have to go through the gates, the protection line game, the keys, which I don't like. It takes getting used to. Everyone reading my mind. And VJ also destroying my sleep. So Ivan Amara has no peace in his life. And that's why I'm depressed all the time, because I don't have any peace in my life, because you guys are wicked people, man. Fucking wicked people. You think you have to put me through that, I'm gonna save you when I'm king. You're crazy. I'm not making moves on Savage on King, guys. Zero. I'm not gonna have you do like that, man. I'm not gonna have you guys win the game. Brandon, hope you want. I'm not coming back on this channel. You gotta deserve it. Let me know when I'm king. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right, are you telling me to start that Rocket League? Yes, I am, but I'm not gonna start it. I'm not gonna what? Start it, obviously. But I could start the league and not play in it, and just own the league and pay the NHL, the hockey players more money. If I'm not playing the league will not generate as much revenue. It will generate maybe 22 billion in revenue. I'm not gonna start the league unless I play in it. I'm not gonna take that risk, right? To protect my investment, I have to play in the league, but it's risky. What if I'm not good? What if I'm not a good player? Then you know what I'm saying. So you guys probably Ivan, man. You have the keys, you have the gauge. If you train, you'll be amazing, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what they're thinking. Yeah, Ivan, if you train, you should be able to keep up with the best players in the world. Yeah, but guys, what if I can't? It's risky, right? I don't want to take that risk. There you go. Amanda would be cool to be a star hockey player. That's fucking cool. That's probably my second choice, but I'm not gonna choose that over being a movie star. Come on, guys, being a movie star is better than being a pro athlete. But if you're a star hockey player, a pro athlete, it's fucking cool. All the sport anchors are talking about you. It's amazing, but is it better than movies? No. Like my movies will have crazier buzz than my hockey games. The hockey games will have crazy buzz, but not the kind of buzz like my movies, right? Movies is special effects, visual effects, all that stuff. Yeah. That's why I want to start scouting movies when I'm a kid, right? Yeah, and that's why all the Hollywood actors are gonna feel like shit. Whatever business I start, the businesses that the Gates own, all the employees working in that business will not feel like shit because I'm in the same business as those guys. So if I start the NHL Pro Hockey League, which I won't, the NHL athletes will feel like shit. If I start Sky Entertainment, all the Hollywood actors feel like shit. Because Sky Source blows out the water and EVG are the most famous music stars in the world. They're the second attention in Hollywood, obviously. Feels like as if their career is meaningless, right? Actors. It's not meaningless, but it feels meaningless. That's my point, right? Fans will still tune in and watch their stuff, but like I told you, a lot of shows, quite a bit of shows will be getting canceled because of me and VJ's fame, and some movies will flop because the fans are not as interested in the movies compared to the way they are my Zane's movie. That's what I'm saying. Zanus is the main event, man. All these movies in Hollywood are side tension. Got some Sarah? No, I was just saying, yeah. Yeah, the whole was like, yeah, Ivan, even though you being a pro hockey player is glory, man, it's not as cool as you being a movie star, Ivan. You're fucking crazy. Yeah, being a movie star is better. That's why I'm gonna be a movie star. That's my dream, obviously. And it's cheaper too. I only have to put like 400 million towards my studio lot to build up my buildings. To start a pro hockey, I have to put billions of dollars towards, like 12 billion, $25 billion towards that. It's like crazy. To start the league, but I will make my money back. But the board of governors will tell me, yeah, if you want this league to really make money, you have to be a star player. But what if I'm not a star player, guys? Don't worry about it, man. If you train hard, you should be able to keep up with these guys. Yeah, what if I can't, guys? Even though seeing me on the ice is glory, if I'm not scoring goals and I'm not a star player, no one's gonna talk about me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I'm gonna be a movie star VJ, obviously. Yeah. 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 That's how he is crazy. Yeah, she got duped. Obviously. She's desperate. That's why she cries, obviously. Right? My father mutes it. I barely hear her now. And I put the music on because I can't take the crying anymore, man. It's annoying. Every day for the past, I don't know, like 7 years, she's been crying to me, man. Ugh, it feels crazy, man. Yeah. That's why your father muted her crying. Yeah, because he knows my wife is crazy, obviously. He knows what she's doing is evil. That's why, yeah, he muted it. Because before I used to hear her crying, like, I heard it, like, loudly. Now I barely hear it. It's, like, muted. It feels muted. That my father mutes it, obviously. So I can have a better sleep. Because he knows my wife is evil and she's crazy, obviously. Yeah, I mean, she's going to keep destroying your sleep and fucking guys after that. So I'm going to mute her crying that way. You can have a peaceful sleep because your wife is crazy. What she's doing is evil, obviously. She won't leave Ivan alone and let him have peaceful sleep. And after that, because she likes this guy, she's gonna keep fucking him. Obviously, she's crazy, man. That's why I see her as a psychotic woman. She's crazy. I mean, that's psychotic behavior. Yeah, it is. The cry mental anguish is Ivan, so you love him so much. After that, you just take off your clothes and fuck eyes after that. I mean, that's very fucked up. It's weird psychotic behavior. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just a psycho, man. She's crazy. No, I'm sorry, man. I want a piece of your blades. I want to be losing with you. We get nice with you. And I got to put the gates. I want you to get me out. I want to see light. I want to see you, Ivan, and all that stuff. She's crazy. I like these guys. I'm gonna keep seeing them. Yeah, she wants her full cake. She's crazy. That's why I'm not having a woman do it, man. Yeah. 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 So you're excited for today's movie? I have no. Yeah, I am. Looking at the greatest movie she's ever made, man. When you read my book, right? You'll see what I mean. What a masterpiece. Yeah. Greatest movie children ever made. Yeah, people have told me, yeah, or Mel Gibson, yeah, I mean, looking at a better movie, Jordan Lord of the Rings, yeah, we read Lord of the Rings, looking at a masterpiece. I get more of that, I'm like, no, Mel, I'm not paying more money. I'm not paying more money, Peter. Stop being greedy, guys. This is enough. I'm not paying you guys more money. Getting greedy. Yeah. Getting greedy. You're getting greedy. Yeah. Getting greedy, guys. Yeah. What else up? No, John, you get 10. I'm paying 20. Stop being greedy. Yeah. It's a deal, man. I'm saying it sounds like contract job, but yeah. Saying this. Yeah. Yeah. That's what the Gates want to enjoy, right? Yeah, the Gates don't want me making my billions. They know that book is a ticket to me being king and making billions and controlling my money. Yeah, and they're thinking bigger picture. Yeah, Ivan wants to start that. Ivan wants to start that film studio with the billions he makes off the book. He start his film studio and he can make the movie merch and sell the movie merch in the game. And that's tens of billions in profit for him and VJ. We want to control that and take that money and give him and VJ the peanuts, obviously. Yeah, take my money when you're making all that money around the world. Fucking greedy pigs, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't sell to the Gates, the film rights, game rights, and merchandise rights for Zetas are yours. All that money goes to you and BJ. And Amazon buys them, only take their cut, their small cut, obviously. The majority of that money goes to me and BJ. Brand's yours. You own the Zane's brand. Zane's brand's yours. If you own that, you wrote it. You have the keys. You have all the Gates. That's your money. And you have to go through the Gates to make your money, though. You have to go to war with the Gates to make your money. I could beat them because I have the keys to the kingdom. The only thing they can do is just what? I suffer the consequence, but I mean, my father will resurrect me back to life 1 minute later after. The money is yours, the brand is yours. And they know that, yeah, Ivan has the keys, he doesn't have to sell it to us. That brand's his, that money's his, yeah, they know that, the money's mine. We want to take that and give him the peanuts, we want him to be under us. And dupe him, yeah, they want to dupe me like they dupe BJ, right? I'm not how guys dupe me, man. They dupe me toward justice, they're going to dupe me too, Ivan. Duh. Only worth $12 million after, I don't know, 20 years in Hollywood. He's only worth $12 million. She has the keys to the kingdom. The Gates are going on her career, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's you live life. Yeah, you live life, man. Living life on set, man. Movie. Living life in our business life and personal life. You VJ, right? Yeah. Will the actors and crewmen be a bit envious of VJ Ivan? The fact that you're making all that money, yeah, they could be a bit jealous because we're making all that money and they're making the peanuts off. Yeah, I envy the fucking movie stars. They're making like the billions. We're all getting lots of our peanuts. Yeah, it's actually funny. That's why the agents want a bigger cut of that. Because what? They know me, we are making our tens of millions off the movie and the merch in the game. That's why they want a bigger cut of it. And some crewmen might want 300K salary. I'm like, guys, I can't afford to pay you that. Get your 150,000. That's good enough. You don't make this now, guys. Yeah, $150,000 salary is a nice paycheck for a crewman. They don't make that in Hollywood. That's a rich paycheck. Where they work hard for me. If you don't like what I'm paying you, work in Hollywood and make less money. Me, VJ, other boss, we deserve to make this money. There you go. Don't even say yeah. Yeah. But the Hollywood actors could be a bit jealous of me, VJ's wealth, right? Because, but I'm still making sure they're getting paid a lot of money, so they're getting paid, but they could be a bit jealous. That like me and VJ are the main event, and we signed a huge deal on Amazon. worth like tens of billions, obviously, right? I was going to tell VJ, keep your lips sealed about how much money you made off the movie, man. Don't tell the Hollywood actors they can full of shit. You can be jealous of that stuff. People get jealous when it comes to money and success in this world, right? You know, these Hollywood actors make a lot of money. They're not making the kind of money we are making. We're making way more than them. We're making our billions, our tens of billions off our brands, right? Our movie brands. Yeah. Yo, I think are fucking lucky, man. They're fucking famous movie stars. They're getting paid so much money for it, man. Yeah, I know. We got a few famous movie stars. We shoot The Great Escape for like 4 months. We release the merch. We get our monthly check for the merch, the movie, and the game. Like, these are huge, big checks, man. $10+ billion checks we are getting around there, right? For the merch, movie, and the game, man. They're huge checks. Yeah. Huge checks. Yeah. Yeah. My elbow hurts. Yeah. 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 You know VJ's recent Instagram picture? She took a picture at the resort Yeah, I'll be booking resorts like that when we go on vacation. Sometimes I'll stay in a hotel in the city. Sometimes I book a resort like that, all to ourselves. I was like, easy to afford it. The waterfront, the light water in the front, we can book a resort to ourselves and afford it, obviously. Book it for 3 weeks. Yeah. 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 Got some sound? What was that, guys? Yeah. Right, Ivan, VJ, you're up. Ready, set, action. We shoot the scene. Holy shit, Ivan, VJ are face movies. We are face movies. It's living the life, man. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing about Zane's is dirty. Zane's will be filming for like 10 plus months, man. 10 months to a year. That's dirty work. But after that, all my movies will be like a few months of shooting, right? Great Escape will take probably 4.5 months to shoot around there. They're unique, maybe 2 months of shooting, and we're done the movie. It's a romance story, right? 2.5 months of shooting for They're Unique, and we're done the movie. All right, Keanu Reeves, you're up. This is your scene. You know what I'm saying? You see the makeup people, they put makeup on him, they fix up his hair. Okay, ready, set, action. Hey, Keanu Reeves, I want you to drive the car, shoot out your gun, and Keanu Reeves like does that, you know what I'm saying? And they're filming it. It's better technology than even Hollywood. Keanu Reeves, I'm having a blast working on your movie. When I did the Matrix, I know. Not then, but I might be doing all more fooling around the set. But I'm having a blast also. So, and Keanu Reeves will tell me, yeah, even like the Great Escape was the best experience of my life. I enjoyed working on the Great Escape. I even did the Matrix on it. Tell me that. Why? Because he's saved and he knows the whole world's going crazy about the movie. He never experienced that kind of fame before. He's much more famous in the Great Escape than he was doing the Matrix. But for the Matrix, he got paid more money for the 3 movies. But he still had a better experience working on my movie because it's crazier fame than what he got for the Matrix. And I saved his ass. He saved Keanu Reeves. Obviously. And he feels on top of the world. Yeah. Because for the Matrix, I heard Keanu Reeves made like $250 million, $200 to $250 million he made for the Matrix for the 3 movies. Yeah, in American money. So he made more money for the Matrix than he did um, The Great Escape. Obviously, but he had much more fun working on the Great Escape. But don't forget, I gave Keanu Reeves his freedom. He doesn't have to do anything. Keanu Reeves was a dirty slave when he worked on the Matrix. To make that $250 million, you obviously have to pay every price for that. You have to do it to make his money. You guys check right. That's how it works. Yeah. And don't forget, the technology of the Great Escape blows the technology of the Matrix out of the water. As the Matrix 1 was only made for like $60 million, I heard. And I heard the other 2 movies were made for like $80 to $100 million. Reloaded was made for I think $80 to like about $100 million around there. And Revolutions was made for like $80 $100 million. Grays get made for $800 million. So the technology blows the Matrix out of the water. And Keanu Reeves will be like, holy shit, man, this guy's blows out of the water, man. This is better technology than what I got for the Matrix. Yeah, it is. Better car vehicles for the chase scenes. You know, I'm saying I can put money into better car vehicles, better set building, all that stuff. Yeah. Michael Jordan's, I'm having a blast. Michael, you're up. Michael shoots the scene. I'm having a blast working on that movie, I know. That's why they're gonna beg, man. Not the greatest game actors. Zane's are gonna beg after Zane's. The greatest game actors are gonna beg too, man. They had a blast, man. And I paid them more than $1 million an hour, right? You know. Yeah. When will the actors get paid, Ivan, during production? Their base salary? Their base salary, they get paid at the start of production. The best way to pay the actors is during shooting. That way they work harder. Don't pay them their salary before they shoot. No, don't do that. They can spend some of their money. Don't do that. No, pay them their salary during production. That way they work harder for you. So while they're doing that dirty work, I'm spoiling on you buffet, and every 2 weeks their check is divided equally over the term of production. That's the best way to make it work. Obviously. But the bigger A-listers, they get signing bonuses. Obviously. So Keanu Reeves already got his $20 million bonus. Matt Damon got his 14.5. Ben got his 14. Scarlett got her 14.2. Michael Jordan doesn't get a bonus because he's not a bigger A-lister. Unless he is a bigger A-lister, by then I can give him a bonus. Yeah, they already got their bonuses. But the small A-listers don't get bonuses. But they get a rich base. But I pay you guys your base, your salary, guys, when production starts, not before. But I'm giving you guys promo money. That way I can help you out a little bit. Those actors don't need help. They're multi-millionaires. They can easily afford to pay the bills. Yeah, and I have more enough money to last me for 2 years and pay my bills. Yeah. And I'm also paying you like the money for the promos. Like $250, $300K for it. $400K for it, right? Yeah. That way they work hard. I know what I'm doing. You're doing that plus one tears. Even though it's plus one tears, the actor's gonna have a blast shooting the movie. And every 2 weeks you get your check deposited into your bank. Direct deposit. Not check. I'm not paying you guys check. I'm paying you direct deposit. Direct deposit's better. And they get the email confirmation they got paid, and Keanu Reeves, you have received $800,000, $1 million for his bi-weekly paychecks, or how much money he's making, right? Yeah, you receive $1.5 million, Keanu Reeves. For the term of you'll be getting like a $1.56 million check every 2 weeks, Keanu Reeves around there. Yeah. And Ben and them will get about $1 million, maybe. $1 million check every 2 weeks. Yeah, something like around there, right? Yeah. And they work harder. While they're doing that plus one tiers, they get their bi-weekly check, obviously. And their agents or managers take 10% of that. They're going to see it in the statement on their email, how much money they got paid, how much money went to taxes, and their agent took 10% of their bi-weekly earnings. The system automatically calculates everything. I'm putting money to an advanced payment system. I want the best movie payment system where the 10% goes to the manager agent. Okay, Ivan, and a software engineer designs that for me, for my company. That's how the actors get paid bi-weekly, obviously, during production. Yeah. Will it be the same paycheck on the statement? No, because they live in America. So the email confirmation will show how much they got paid in Canadian, and it'll tell them how much money got wired into their account. But once they log into their American account, they're affected by the rates and they make a bit less. Because American money is worth more than Canadian money. So they're making a little bit less than what the confirmation shows them, because the money was wired into their American bank account, and they're affected by the currency converter rates. But even with the currency converter rates, they're still making more than what they're making in Hollywood, guys from Sarah. Yeah, that's my point. Yeah. Because the email confirmation will obviously be in Canadian money, But then once they log into the bank and I see how much money they got deposited into the bank, it's a bit less than what the email confirmation says because they're affected by the currency rates. So some actors might think I ripped them off. Like, nah, guys, I didn't rip you off. You live in America. You're affected by the currency rates. That's why you're making it a bit less. Because I'm paying you in Canadian, but you live in America. You're affected by the currency converter rates. You guys don't talk about the currency exchange rates. You're affected by that. I did not rip you off, guys. So I'm giving all you Hollywood actors a heads up. When you get your check, all you Hollywood actors shows when you get your bi-weekly check, obviously, in the statement, that's me paying you in Canadian money. Then when you look into your bank, it will be a bit less because I paid you in Canadian money. You're affected by the currency exchange, the rates, right? Don't forget about that, guys. I did not rip you off. You got the currency exchange rates because you guys live in America, right? Yeah. Why don't you live in America, man? Now we're not affected by the rates because I don't want to live in your filthy country, guys. I want skyscrapers to be an income. I don't want to live in your filthy country. I'm sick and tired of the States having all the best stuff, man. It's about time Canada had some of the best stuff. I want Skywars to be the biggest film brand studio in the world, and I want it to be in Canada. That way I can brag, obviously, that the best film studio is actually in Canada, it's not in the States. States has Hollywood, all the big four pro sport leagues. It has all the best stuff. It's about time Canada has some good stuff, man. Well, Canada does have good stuff, but the States has the better stuff, obviously. Even though Canada's a better country and it's more beautiful up here, the States is more powerful economically speaking and it has the better stuff, but it's filthy and crowded over there and dirty. I don't want to live there, guys. It's crowded and filthy and dirty. There you go. I don't want to live there. I want to live in Canada. Canada's my home. I got paid in my billions of my Canadian for my book. I'm not going to fucking live in the States, man. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're still making more. Yeah, the actors are still making more than in Hollywood. But after Scarlett Johansson, Matt Damon are making like 130 something million in their American in the Canadian money, which is about 100 million in their American money. So they're affected. They're making 30 million less in American money, but it's still more than what they're making in Hollywood. $100 million is still more money than what they're making in Hollywood. They're still getting paid. Like they're 54, 55 million after taxes and agents cut. 53 million, 52 million after taxes and their agents cut to their bank. A lot of money for them. They don't make that in Hollywood. They make like their 70, 9, 10 in Hollywood after taxes, those guys. Got some Sarah? Yeah. 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 So the people will tell the actors when they get their check, yeah, they will. Yeah, Keanu, you'll get your bi-weekly check every 2 weeks. When you during production. He's like, okay. I tell the agents that. Yeah, Keanu Reeves and all them will get their checks every 2 weeks during production. And you get your royalty check, Keanu, after IMDb get paid their first royalty check, you guys get your the money owed to you and all that stuff. Like, holy shit, man, Scott's just top notch, man. Yeah, they're getting paid a lot of money, man. Yeah. And Keanu Reeves works, and every 2 weeks he gets his check. You ever see $1.6 million? Something crazy, yeah. 1.5, $1.4 million. Getting paid. Yeah. But the real money is the back end money, right? That's where the actors are really getting paid. It's the film profit money. The base money is a lot of money, but it's not the money. The film profit money is a lot is more money. Yeah, always gets like his $150 million, $160 million royalty check for The Great Escape. And Ben Affleck and all of them get their 83 million. A lot of money, man. They don't make that in Hollywood, yeah. the actors don't have to do anything. So they're working on my movie. They're getting their bi-weekly fat checks, and like they're free. They don't have to do anything. That's one reason why they're gonna beg too. Because in Hollywood, they have to do it to make that cash, right? As the cash keeps coming in, they have to keep doing it to make that money. They have to pay price for that money. Whereas my company, they don't have to do anything. They just film the movie and they get their free millions in cash every 2 weeks sent to their email. They get wired into their bank account, right? Deposited into the bank account. Yeah. Well, you have pay tabs. Most likely, the crewman will give Keanu Reeves their pay tabs. You have an email confirmation. They might give them pay tabs maybe every time they get paid. Keanu, here's your pay tab for your check, and like he gets like his, I don't know, 1.34 whatever it is million on check every 2 weeks. Whatever it is, right? He's making 27 million. 27 million is like what, like 19 million American money. 19 after taxes is like 11.6 million. We'll divide that over 4 months. Yeah, Keanu Reeves making I think like 2 million every 2 weeks. 1.8 million, yeah, more than that, but 1.8 maybe 2 million every 2 weeks. Keanu Reeves is making. And then half of them are making like their 1 something million every 2 weeks. Around there, right? 1 point something million every 2 weeks. Fat fucking paychecks. Yeah, man. Like, holy shit, man. The money got wired in their account. Holy shit, man. That's a lot of money. This is more than what making Hollywood. Well, no. 27.2 million. That's how much Ben Affleck than making Hollywood. But they're making more because I gave them a bonus, and they know they're going to get their fat royalty check, right? And their merch money, too, and their game money. Don't forget that. That's why they're going to beg. My guy goes on the walk that blast, man. God, man, their agents are going to tell them, yeah, guys, even though Hollywood threw you lucrative offers, you'd rather work for Ivan, man. Ivan, this guy's just having balls otherwise. The agents are most likely will be coming and watching production sometimes. And they're blowing away, holy shit, man, this is better technology. This is a $800 million budget movie. This is better technology than James Bond and Mission Impossible. Yeah, better technology and all that, man. Yeah, man. They're having a blast, obviously, the actors, right? Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, Keanu, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Scarlett Johansson, and Michael B. Jordan. It's time for your shoot for the Empire character ad shoots. And they get together in the studio, and people put makeup on them. We do a shoot. I'll be doing during production. I'll be doing once a week interviews for the Empire magazine shoots. You have the business ones with the actors like Vogue, and you have the Empire ones when they're in character mode, wearing their costumes. They wear the costumes, they put makeup on them, they take pictures of them in the studio, and the people interview them, and it's a feature, obviously. So during production, Keanu and them are working a lot. You have to film the movie. They also have to do weekly character ad shoots. So I want you guys doing that. I don't pay the photographers, web designers, and graphic designers to slack off. They have to work every week. Once a week, I want you doing, every Fridays. So every Fridays, I'll cut down the hours for shoot day. Film for maybe 7 hours. That way the actors can have more sleep. But the rest of the week, the actors will be getting a little sleep, maybe 4.5 hours of sleep around there. And they had to wake up early in the morning around 4:30 to do the makeup, hair, and all that stuff. We got to begin shooting. We have to shoot like 12 hours a day for the movie, right? That's how it works. But because I'm paying them a lot of money, they're going to work hard for me, obviously. I'm spoiling them with an all-you-can-eat buffet. They'll work hard for me during production, obviously. The great escape actors, right? Yeah. That's why they're going to beg, man. This guy just blows out the water. Blows out the water, yeah, man. Yeah, if it's guys just blows out the water, yeah, blows out the water. Yeah, man. Those 4 months are gonna fly by, man. Gonna fly by so fast. They say when a guy says it's a wrap, oh, Canaries All Alive is done. Yeah, guys, it's done. Oh man, I had a blast, man. The journey is pretty much over. But you still have the World Tour. I'll most likely go World Tour for the Great Escape. They're gonna have a blast when you're doing a 2-month World Tour around the world. So it's not over yet. And after the World Tour, it's pretty much over. Post-production will begin. They're gonna add the file. Take them maybe 5 months to edit the Grayscape file. I'll probably release it in the fall, sometime in the fall of the third year. Like I don't October, November. I release the Grayscape, and the day when the movie's available for purchase on my website, that's when I do the red carpet event in Italy, and that's when the journey ends, and all those Hollywood actors are gonna beg. But they're not good for their romance story with Cage App isn't there for their unique. I'm gonna keep saying that, right? They're not good for the movie. That's why Skies will blow the water. Anyways, guys, this is out. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I talked for an hour. So I'm saying, peace. Peace up, guys. Sky soars, better than Hollywood. Don't hit me, guys, and said, peace.